wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the dreams bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back though. There's a time that I remember, and I did not know the pain. When I believed in forever, everything will stay the same. Now my heart feel like December, when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, and I know I'll be one day. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey. Everything gon' be alright, only the past will say. Hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Here's to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones in the night. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the dreams bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back. Back is a gun, back, back is a gun. Memories bring back, memories bring back. Back is a gun, back is a gun. Memories bring back, memories bring back. Back is a gun, back is a gun. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so low. And I felt all the hatred, just about for a start. And my heart feel like an ember, and it's not enough to die. I carry these torches for you, but you know I'll never try. Yeah, everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey. Everything gon' be alright, only the past will say. Hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones in today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the dreams bring back all the memories. Memories bring back, memories bring back.
Guess what? Oh. All right. I like this music.
How do you do? This is what we start our mornings with every day.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Hey, you're doing good.
I know,
You can
right?
do more than me.
Hey, not bad for a millennial, right?
Right, exactly. Got us old school people. Got it figured out for us.
Hey, well, we're all just learning a little at a time. Hey, guys, Father Fish is not going to join us, or he might in a little bit. He's still trying to figure out technology and just getting settled. But so you have myself and Mary tonight, and we're really excited to talk with you guys. And just to go down the chat, we have Craig. Thank you. Good morning, Marky. Grenwood. Hey, nice to see you. Oh, Kenny. I'll try to look you in the eye. Just want you to know it was a beautiful. it was a beautiful picture. I played card games with a couple of folks last night, and we shared some really beautiful Instagram posts. Okay, so
nice.
That's all I'm gonna say. All right, Rainer, nice to see you. Bunny, good to see you. I know Naresh is here somewhere.
Yes, he was here in the beginning.
Yeah, and T-Bones, and oh Lord, Mary, how do we pronounce our friend here?
Aluja? I'm not sure. Father Fish can say it.
Probably.
Elijah.
So glad you're here. Kimma, good to see you. All right. Mary, it's so good to have you up here. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. About like, I'm feeling for Father Fish doing all the move and stuff, because it takes a lot out of you to move, especially when you've lived somewhere a long time. And yeah. I'm just now starting to kind of come out of it. I've been just kind of like worn out. Like, this is the beauty of Father Fish's system, though. These are all deep substrated tanks. And basically, I filled them up and just left them alone for about the past month and a half, and they're all doing great. So that really, it's a true testament of, what it can do. So, let's see, there's John. Oh, I can't keep up with all the hellos now. I was trying to type them all in.
Well, I've discovered something that StreamYard does. John, good to see you.
Hey, John.
Check this out, Mary. Look at the screen. We've got hello, John.
Hey,
I know. We're like, hey. We can see comments. Bunny's family is Army. Oh, that's hard. It's hard to set roots when you're moving around a lot. That's for sure.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you can get.
Go ahead.
You kind of get used to it, I was just going to say, when you kind of get used to it, because my daughter was military and we moved around a little bit, but this was the first time I'd set up any type of little fish room, and we moved to Kentucky from Virginia, and that was a big move for me at that point. But then moving again, I didn't want to do it.
Sure. No, it does. It takes a lot of energy. Rob, it's always good to see you. Rob's Aquarium Room.
Oh, thank you. Okay. It's easy, a pizza and the
okay. So I'm gonna make an attempt. All right.
Okay, do it.
T is in Zizia pizza, A is in Haas. So I don't even know if I can read this. Can't really. Romania is beautiful, especially with all those castles.
Right.
Ilu T is in Z, or Ilutza. I'm gonna butcher this.
Well,
it's beautiful though.
It is. It really is.
Looks like there's other people who relate to you moving around.
Yes.
Army. That is the first girlfriend was Army. They moved and was all over. That is the definition of a long distance relationship right there.
Yeah.
Oh, Iliutsa. Okay, thank you, EJ.
It.
Yay! I'm so excited. All
Very
right.
good.
All right.
Excuse
I
me.
just have to remember that now. They say if you say the name 3 times in a row, you will remember it. I've found that that's not true, but it's a nice thought.
There's Scott and Wendy. Hey, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
And
Oh,
what else?
yeah.
Blah,
Oh man, T-Bones. Yeah.
T-Bone,
If you had to move, man.
Kimma.
Yeah, and Iluzazel.
Hey, Wendy.
Keep trying, buddy. Keep trying.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
Glasses.
Iliutsa. Yeah, Iliutsa. Okay, so I know everybody, y'all all know me as EJ, but my first name, my real name, is actually a very difficult name to pronounce, and it's not spelled it's not spelled like you would normally spell it either. Which trust me, I get it all the time. I had a biology teacher in high school that I had her for 3 years in a row, and she never pronounced my name correctly. And by the second year that I had her, I just gave up correcting her because it was just not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's come to EJ. Maybe we could call her Illy. You never know. Hey, Brian.
Yeah,
And
we should call
Barely.
it. Yeah, Illy, exactly. Oh, Scott, it's good to see you. Wendy says hi too, so good. Say hi to
Wendy.
back.
I bet she's got her hands in the tank.
No doubt. Illy, Iliutsa, would you be offended if we called you Illy? Hey. And
hey, Chris.
verily, yes. Actually, I think I know your real name because I sent you some plants, but I can't off the top of my head. I can't remember it, but it's I noticed it was quite beautiful. Verily,
Just like Barely. It's like my Brian, Pebble Creek. Hey, Roxanne, if you're out there watching. And Jimmy P, I don't know if Jimmy's out there watching, but he and I were going to do a little stream this morning, and we're going to call it 2 Peas in a Pod, Jimmy P and Mary P. And the internet was wonky on him, so we're going to try it again next week. So.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that, eventually we'll figure it out, right? I mean,
right.
I don't know. I mean, these days technology changes. Literally, it almost seems like month to month. So just when we figure out an old system, like a system,
right.
It becomes outdated and we have to learn something completely new again.
And I tell you, I'm like so stuck on my phone that I use. See, I'm still on the phone because I'm scared to try anything else new. But I've got my new tablet. This one from the Fish family. God bless you guys. I just love them so much. Plant Life Project. Hey.
Yay,
so I get excited when I see it.
Yay,
I haven't even been watching videos.
I've been, I've learned everything. I feel like I've learned everything in my life through YouTube, watching YouTube channels and Googling how-tos.
Right.
And that includes learning technology. But I've learned, and obviously, not to mention tanks and fish keeping. And I've probably got a master's degree of at least the time spent equivalent with certain aspects of fish keeping.
Yeah.
And I still don't know anything.
Well, you look very professional. You sound good. I still got my air conditioning. Is that bad, y'all? Is that air conditioning making a lot of noise? I hope not.
I can hear you pretty well. At least not the air conditioning. You do kind of cut in and out audio, but I think that's just your internet.
Yeah, it's probably the internet. But I mean, I've been saying this forever. They have gone ahead and they've run the fiber optic cable through the yard here, and it's all hooked up. So hopefully, they said in about 2 weeks they'd have fiber optic hooked up out here. So I'm praying. I'm hoping so.
I'm sure you will.
I thought
we'll get there. It's a work in progress. Oh, I'm so sorry. We made an assumption.
I thought so.
That's terrible of us. All right. So you've heard it here. you'll only hear it once, but my real name, my actual real first name, Bunny, just for you, girl, just for you. My real name is Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah. And it's not spelled like the singer that died in the plane crash.
Right.
Not even close. It's not spelled like it. It obviously
Right.
it starts with an E. So
just looking at it, it just makes it confusing when you actually see it written out.
Yeah. Well, I'll put it in the chat actually.
Okay.
The problem with that now is because it's such an unusual name, people are going to find me.
Yeah. But it's a beautiful name.
Yeah.
And it's spelled pretty simply, it's Aaliyah. So that is awesome. My name is Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah. No need to complicate anything. So.
Right.
Yes. Keela. That's right. I remember that. I was thinking, oh, that's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
That is so pretty. Oh, names are so interesting. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I hope everybody's having a great Father's Day today. Happy Father's Day to all you dads. We love y'all, granddads, dads, even special uncles or friends. If you've got something to do in a child's life or somebody growing up, then you're awesome.
Yeah, definitely wanted to give a shout out. Thank you, Mary, to all the fathers here. I mean, it's not easy in this day and age.
Isn't that the truth?
Oh, Bunny, you've got allergy to water conditioner.
Oh my goodness. Now that's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Is that a specific kind or like well, I'm thinking about something like Prime or something like that?
I'd love to know which water conditioner you end up using. I'm sure you've been through several, but it sounds like you haven't even been able to find the right one. But which one have you been able to at least use? It's not as bad as the rest.
That's what I was wondering. I mean, I've heard crazy, people being allergic to bloodworms has been a big one that I've seen people complain about, like actual bloodworms, like they handle them. And I don't know if it's Alex from The Secret History or somebody I know pretty closely. And they said he's got allergies to bloodworms, which that was kind of a different one.
Oh, we've got Father Fish. Hey,
Father Fish. That was the next subject I wanted to know. Yay. Well, congratulations on getting moved and getting there safely and joining us. That's so exciting.
Well, thank you. Delighted to see you, ladies. Yeah, it's amazing. We got down here about 8:30 last night. We're in Salisbury, Maryland. And I woke up this morning and the weather was beautiful and it was cool and it was feeling so much better. I'm just really happy I'm here. And I've had friends come in, family come in. We're going to do a big unload tomorrow. So we're going to try to get as far as we can with the truck. I'm in a tiny little cottage. It's 20 by 20, but it's sweet. It's cute. It's really nice. There's a shed, a pretty good sized shed.
Oh, are you going to make a fish room out there?
In the back. Pardon?
I said, are you going to try to make you a fish room in the shed?
No, the shed's going to be storage for now. But it's summer, so I'll be able to have tanks and tubs outdoors. And then I want to try to get some kind of a greenhouse built by the end of the summer so I can move stuff into that for the winter. It doesn't get nearly as cold here or as bad as it does typically in the north. We're right near the ocean, about a half an hour from Ocean City, Maryland. So yeah, I'm feeling real good about it.
I love that area.
How are you?
And are your family and friends? We're doing great. I was just going to say to your family and friends, do they live close by? Do you have are they close to you?
About 500 feet down the road.
Oh,
And I've
okay.
got a niece and her husband, and one of their sons came over today to help me, and they live about a mile
Oh,
away. So I've got a lot of family nearby,
that's awesome.
and I'm about
Hey,
an hour from my
Alligator.
daughter.
Excuse me, y'all. Well, so did who was it? John that traveled with you? Is he still there with you for now?
Yes, he
Was it
is. Yeah.
okay?
There's,
Yeah, let's
there's
see. Let's
my
see,
brother.
John.
So
That's my
Hey.
beautiful
brother,
there.
and that's John. My
Oh, I
brother's
love that little porch.
talking about old times on the shore.
Oh,
With conversation in the background. That's what it is.
that looks like a beautiful little cottage.
Let me walk
Everybody
around and
saying
show
Happy
you.
Father's Day.
Yeah, my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law has created a garden. Let me show you a little bit about what's
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Look
raised
at
beds.
that.
there's a little koi pond. And
Oh, boy.
that's herbs and their little herb garden back there. They have a shed that or a garage they converted into a really nice office area. And then she has her garden out here. Look at the garden.
That is
Oh,
gorgeous.
hey, self-sustaining. That's a thing these
Yeah,
days.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a whole YouTube channel in itself right there.
Yeah,
A
they've
lot of
got
people do it.
strawberries all
Oh,
spring.
man.
Strawberries are back on. Tomatoes are coming in. There's some zucchini, squash,
nice.
lots and lots of stuff. Tomatoes coming up. So yeah, I feel like I'm home.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Well,
Hi,
thank you.
Jeremiah.
Oops. Oops. I'm playing
Yeah,
around
I'm
with
looking
stuff.
forward to being able to get out and do some collecting. There's a right in back of it, right there is a creek that runs about 5 miles that goes into a river. So I'm going to be getting in that creek and see what's back there. I think of a lot of it is marsh, but that should be interesting too. So I'm kind of excited about that. It's real close.
Oh, man. And if any of y'all are new to Father Fish, you wait till he starts collecting.
Aw.
He'll go for it. He doesn't care if it's marsh or quicksand. He'll get right in there.
Well, I'm trying to get trying to get a family member to team up with me. So I've got some grand nephews who are
Ooh,
young teenagers who are excited about fish. It turns out, and there's some of the family's been following me pretty faithfully.
all
So
right.
it'll be a chance to help them get a tank going and maybe get out and do some collecting with them. There are a lot of really exciting areas nearby. There's Assateague, which of course is where the wild ponies
Oh,
live. There's Chincoteague, which is a wonderful crabbing area, but more than that, it's a huge amount of lower Chesapeake Bay Island sandbar area where there should be lots of really interesting little fish. So I'm looking forward to that. Blackwater Reservation is nearby, which is a more northern climb comparable to the Everglades. So I want to get in there and see what we can find. So there could be lots of interesting things to be able to do around here. And I'm looking forward to doing some videos about areas like Smith Island, which is where my grandfather was born, way down low in the bay. It's There's still about 100 families that live on the island, and they're all watermen. They go out and crab, and they
Oops.
don't fish so much. They crab and oyster. So it'll be fun checking that out. You have to take about an hour boat ride out to get to it. So that'll be fun.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
So,
amazing.
I'm excited
We've
about
got some
that.
admirers of the garden right there. We
Oh,
got several
yes.
people totally admiring Rob's aquarium room, Grenwood. Yeah, everybody's a fan.
Let me
That's
tell
a
you a
nice
little more.
pond over there.
They did corn this year. They're going to try corn. I don't think it's
Nice.
going to work. You need 2 rows of corn to make it work. But their peas are
Right.
coming in. They've got
Mhm.
squash and melons, lots of tomatoes, and then she's just she got a green thumb. She's able to get lots of very nice things going.
Boy.
The community is like this. It's little tiny houses, and mine
Nice.
among just a little tiny cottage. These were built back in the 1930s when this area was logged. There were lots of those kinds of trees here. And the logging company built cottages for the loggers to live in as they were logging out this part of the shore. So there are all these hundreds of little tiny cottages. Here's
Beautiful.
some
It's
more of
charming.
Wow.
It's
Scott says
very
the
charming.
hosta. Scott says the
Yeah.
hosta is amazing.
Wow.
Okay,
He knows his
I'm being
plants.
called, I'm being called for dinner. So I'm
Okay.
going to
Oh,
log on.
Oh,
Thank
before
you,
you log
ladies,
off,
so much.
Father Fish, before you log off, Plant Life
oh
is
yeah.
asking a legit question real quick.
Yeah.
He
Sure.
wants to, they want to know what makes a better fish room, greenhouse or shed with insulation and AC/heat. He's stuck. So he's asking, this is that, emergency. We got to know.
What part of the country they live in?
That's a very good question.
I'm not sure. Where are you at, Plant Life Project? Oh, check out that channel's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the deal. If you do a greenhouse, then you have to double wall it. And
Mississippi.
then you
He says
then you
Mississippi.
blow heat between the walls. And if it's real cold, it's going to be an expense keeping it heated through the winter.
Yeah. He's in
So
Mississippi.
in that case, you want something that's more enclosed that you can maintain better thermal properties with. But if you can, I always like to have lots of sunlight. So you might want to create a hybrid with walls that are closed in, but a roof and ceiling that'll allow sunlight in. Keep in mind, if you do that in a cold climate, you need to double pane it or double line it so that you've got an area where the air is not moving. That's going to hold. It's going to act as an insulator.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Excellent.
Hey, Garcia Aquatics. Jimmy P, I know I missed you up
Jimmy,
there.
please,
Well,
blowing
I know,
kisses, Jimmy.
yeah. Father Fish, I know you're being called for dinner. Thank you for helping out Plant Life real quick.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
So happy to have such wonderful ladies taking over this
Oh.
wonderful. I love it. I appreciate you so
goodness.
much.
Oh, this is Mary's
Oh.
stream. I'm just here to ask
Oh,
questions.
I know. It's our stream. You
Oh,
betcha.
it's
Love
wonderful.
you guys.
We love you, and keep us updated.
You bet.
I text him all day, so
Right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Have a great
Bye, Father
evening.
Fish.
So glad
Thank
you're
you.
safe.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Oh, what a treat! Now
Oh,
that was
yeah.
awesome. But thank you, Father Fish, because everybody was wanting to see you. I mean, it is the Father Fish stream,
Yeah.
want to see Father Fish. Oh my goodness. Oh, John brought up a good point. It also depends on what kind of fish you want to keep. So, that's things you
suppose,
got to
yeah.
look into.
I'm sure. I
Right.
mean, like I've never kept goldfish, but I suppose they could be kept a little cooler than the rest of the tropical
Mhm.
fish world.
Yes.
So, yeah. So Rainer has a suggestion for Bunny Viper with her water conditioning. I'm not sure, Bunny, if you've tried it before, but if you leave your water rather in a barrel with an air stone, or
True.
that it should help against the chlorine. You don't necessarily need a water conditioner.
Yeah, aeration.
Yeah, I've also even bought like spring water.
Yeah.
Like just water at the store. But here's the deal, though. I mean, Bunny's got a lot of tanks. She's
she
right
does.
up there with
And some
multiple
big
tank
tanks.
syndrome.
Right.
Yeah.
She is professional.
Yeah.
I'm lucky because I can still get to my daughter's house where they have the well, and I've got those gallon jugs or whatever that I bought spring water in, and I've been bringing in like 10 of those a day, doing my water check. See, I'm due. Everything's like down, and I just haven't done anything. But they all look good. They're doing good. I still got to get this light on here that Hiker sent me. I feel like I've just been letting everybody down, but I've been in a funk. But I'm getting out of it.
Mm-hmm.
A shrimp tank, right on.
It's all good, Mary. I mean, excuse me, sorry, I get it. I know that whenever I do like a major project, I just have to, give myself that kind of grace. I've gotten to the point where, on the weekends, if I have to do something social, I only plan one thing. Like I can't do like a bunch of social stuff. And if it's in the middle of the week, it's just forget it,
Yeah. Oh, great, Garcia. And I see now Jimmy P's in here. And Jimmy, I don't know if you heard me a minute ago. We were talking about the 2 P's in the pod stream, which we're trying to get that going when we get our old selves fixed up. No, I'm just kidding. He ain't old. I am. We're going to have so much fun if we can get our internet working. I can't even talk tonight.
You're fine. I'm sure, the rest of us folks are happy to see your beautiful smiling face.
Oh, you're doing a fantastic job, EJ. I'm so thankful for you. And that's another thing.
It's hard to keep up with the chat, but with this cool little StreamYard feature, I'm getting there.
Yeah, I've got to figure all this out. I need to figure out what brought me in too, but well, my main thing has been internet. Just like I don't have a dependable internet since I moved from Virginia to Kentucky. And back in Virginia, I really took it for granted that I had that good of internet. And I get back here and it's it started giving me like panic attacks on the weekends. Cause I'm like sitting there, they'll say no connection, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. Verily is starting a shrimp tank on her porch. Verily, where do you live that you can do a shrimp tank on your porch? Hey, Kitty.
Kitty and Danny.
Yeah. Oh man, Mary, you got to keep talking. I've got a chicken pot pie in the oven that needs to come out.
Is it a homemade one? Is it a homemade one?
Nope, not this time.
It doesn't matter. Pot pies and pot pies. My favorite. Exactly. Oh, Bunny. Let me tell you what. Going up there with Big Tank Hank, he is another one that's just such a pleasure to talk to. He'll keep you going. He'll talk about different things with you, and he's just such a great person, and he's always so full of enthusiasm and positivity. You're going to do great.
Yeah, I got it taken care of. I have children's slave labor. That's what it's for.
And Bunny, I know. This got started because Father Fish just wanted somebody on screen with him to basically do what I'm doing. He said, just act like you're in the chat, but I'm going to have you beside me. So if we see something, you can holler at me. And I still don't have it all figured out, but I'm thankful every time I can get up here and be with y'all. It means the world to me. And I'm just learning too. I've got MTS as well, and mine are a little, but I'm just keeping a few different fish and shrimp right now, but I'm so ready to get into some more. I want to do some big stuff. I want a tub, and I want all that stuff out there.
Scott,
barely to Florida. Oh, sorry.
Okay, she's in Florida. All right, yeah, shrimp tank heaven right there. What kind of shrimp are you keeping?
Are you near Grant of the Garden of Eden? Because man, he's got some serious shrimp tanks going on in Florida. And what else did I just see? Australia invented the Wi-Fi, and yet we have one of the world's slowest internet connections. Go figure, right? T-Bone. I didn't know the internet was invented in Australia. That's pretty cool.
Internet was invented in
Freshwater
Australia, dude?
archaeology. Hey,
Oh,
Rebecca.
well, man, I love some of the videos that come out of Australia, man.
I do too.
I mean, anybody from Australia can tell the history, can talk
I
about the
know.
history better than I can. But, that I read that in Australia, there is, that's where they used to send all the criminals from the UK back when the UK was like everywhere. That's where they would send all the, like the crazy people.
That's where I looked it up. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So
no wonder
anybody,
I'm so attracted to Australia.
yeah. So between the Aboriginals that, God, how do they manage to survive in those kind of weather conditions? I'll never know.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like everything in Australia tries to kill you. So between the Aboriginals and the criminals, I mean, I'm just telling you right now, I think everybody in Australia is just kind of like, independent and fierce and gonna just, do what they're gonna do and try it and see kind of attitude.
Right. Well, some of my
Texas,
favorite.
So.
Yeah, true. Texas is another place I would like to visit, but I'm meeting like Colin Barsby and Craig Doniger is here. There's another guy, Craig. Oh my gosh, Broderick. I'll get it out in a second. I met and Blake from Blake's Aquatics. Just so many cool, and I'm not even touching. I mean, that's just a couple. I'm just trying to pop, but they just have some of the best stuff. And what's sad, well, not sad, but they don't get the opportunity to keep a lot of the fish we have. Like if I remember correctly, something like a pea puffer is something that's very hard or almost impossible to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aussie today.
All right, so John's tubs get up to 98 degrees. Oh, Lord, I'm afraid of that happening to me.
Hey, Kenneth.
All right, so tonight, I discovered the Fishy Biz hotspot last week, and it was crazy. It was just crazy. It was just crazy. That's all I got to say about that. Oh, you're quite welcome. You're quite welcome, Plant Life. Okay, so
yeah.
Trying to get a real fish room set up. Jealous, working on plans for the future. Well, Kenny from ABC, Kenny Biotopes, he actually went downstairs to his basement, started measuring everything and drew out plans. Like, he was hardcore about it. So, hey, this is what real dedication is all about.
Right. Oh my goodness. And I've still got mine out here. I did find Father Fish. I sent him a video the other day. I started making a video for my channel because I'm like way behind. I've probably dropped my whole momentum on my channel. But we've got a huge cattle trough out here, like a really big one. And
I did see that.
Yeah, so they, getting that muck and manure and dirt and everything built up in there. Well, I'm going to make sure my boss doesn't care, but I've already thrown some water lettuce out there. I just threw it in there to see if he'd say anything, and he didn't. But
is water lettuce legal? Is water lettuce legal where you're at?
It must be. I think it is, but I don't know about like getting it in the ponds. But I think water lettuce would probably freeze in the winter. I don't think it could get truly invasive. I may be total wrong here, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But I've got that sage, the big sage that Father Fish sent me. And
yes.
So I've got 2 of those, and I'm really trying to keep them going because I told Kenny I'd send him some. And I want to get all these plants. Like, if I could just have enough energy one day to go through all these tanks and really get them back in order and send some plants to people. It's coming, and I've still got a whole tank full of plants at my daughter Morgan's in a 29-gallon, the ones that Al Wet Socks and Kelly Foreman sent me. And they've gone through the melt. They're already growing back in. Got some neat crypts, some rare crypts, all kind of good stuff. I just got to get myself going here.
Sure. I mean, well, you can do some, Scott says tubbing can be real inexpensive, and, it looks amazing. I'm actually putting together a pond or a tub. It's not really a tub. If I'm going to do something, it's going to look pretty,
Right.
Real quick, shout out to Dr. Fresh. I know she's lurking. Have you checked out her channel, Mary?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
Rebecca, right?
Yeah, I
Is it
was
Rebecca?
watching her thing
Okay.
about rabbit snails because Father Fish sent me a bunch of rabbit snails, and I'm like, what am I going to do with these things? So,
Yeah.
I did a little bit of rabbit snail care Googling on, and Dr. Fresh, you are beautiful. Just
Yes, she
FYI.
is.
And your lipstick is on point. Moving on.
I love it.
All right. Oh, Garcia's going up on Fishy Biz. Is this the one?
Yeah.
That's the one where they put you in the hot seat and all that fun
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
I still haven't gone
I
up there. He's asked me, but
I'm not going to miss that one. Oh man,
No.
that was interesting. Yeah.
Oh, he comes up with some
3G?
stuff.
Hey, 3G last
Greg.
Friday. Yeah, Friday. I know that I was still trying to figure out stuff. So I know that when you came on, I wasn't able to put you on. So 3G, if you want to come up, you're more than welcome to.
Yes.
So,
Come
just
on.
anytime. All right. See ya, Bunny. See ya. We'll see ya
Bunny,
soon.
love you. I'm gonna send Bunny some plants too.
Oh, wait.
I'm just gonna.
I don't even know. I'm just going to leave that there. Okay.
Hey, Tank.
Should we call the fire department, T-Bones?
Oh no! Oh my goodness! Just dip it in the aquarium quickly.
Yeah, quick! Hey, Thomas, nice to see you. Everybody's saying hi.
Thomas.
Jimmy, well.
Jimmy, if something's gonna happen, it'll happen to me. I'll be over here with the feds over here looking in my tank. What's this green stuff?
I'm not even going to say this out loud. I know that. Let me put it this way, folks. I had no idea that water lettuce was illegal. Completely illegal in Texas, by the way. 100%.
Now, if anybody looks that up here in Kentucky and turns me in, okay, because I did get the water lettuce when I lived in Virginia. Oh, no.
Well, let me put it this way. There might be some things in one of my tanks, or more than one. I'm trying to get rid of certain things. I'm killing them. Yeah, I'm killing them. You know how when you find out, like I've heard this before. I haven't had it yet, but you know how you find out if you have a fish or a plant and you're like, oh, it's really pretty and you're really excited, and you find out it's illegal, and now you just have to kill them. Yeah.
Nice, Craig.
Craig found some 183 eggs yesterday, kicked out of a keg of Dads Are Hopeless. Oh, what are these eggs?
or is that right? 183, L183, is that what they are? He's got all kind of unique plecos and stuff. So, okay.
Well, so much for Father's Day for him.
Right.
Oh. Okay.
Happy Father's Day to all the people.
I-183. Okay, pleco. That's a pleco.
Yeah.
Jiggy. Okay. Hey, officially.
Oh, I said Hey, officially. I love that name. Officially. That's a good one.
It is a good one. It is a very good one.
Frog bit, not water. It's a frog bit, not water lettuce officer. Right, barely.
How old do snails live?
I think Rebecca just put something in there. I do want to do an upload video on snails. Some of those snails are now verging on 3 to 5 years. I want some rabbit snails. Father Fish sent me one time, but I think it was just the shell. He just was dipping stuff out of the tank. And I was like, oh, and it was really pretty. But, and Roxanne, Foxy's Fishes, I know she wants some too. So,
yeah.
When I win the lottery, I'm just kidding.
When we win the lottery, we'll breed rabbit snails. Yes, Fairly, I sent you frog bit. Yes, that's exactly what I sent you. Of course. Why would I send you anything else?
All right.
Oh, I want to see those angel babies. Yes, Fairly. Yeah.
Man, you guys, there's so many good fish keepers in here, and nobody says, well, I'm just a newbie, or I've been saying that too. But you guys really, you teach everybody so much just through commenting and chatting. I love it.
I want to get everybody up here and to just interview them and just ask, specific questions about what they've done along the way. So
yeah, that's kind of what we used to do. And then, well, it got to be, we had a bunch of people coming up and stuff, and we ended up switching it over to being like on Sundays, we'd have, but I'd like to do, like you said, I'd like to have a guest. I love, Alex and Father Fish did that stream on, oh shoot, was it not the Lazy Back? What was that? I just went blank, but it was so good to watch that, that conversation between them. You get two smart people together and you're just like, wow, listen to this stuff.
Let them go. Yeah, look at them go. Right.
It was on the Noah Project. Sorry. Yes. I told you I just went blank.
Yeah, speaking of interviewing everybody, Mary, I watched, it was a Saturday night, and you and Father Fish just sat down and talked about, I guess you could say it was a combination of your spiritual journeys. And you guys really shared openly. I really appreciate it. Like, I still think about it. It's one of those streams that you just sit down, and you hear the story behind the love of fish keeping. Yeah. And how it just it's almost like a salvation where it just brings you out of, negative places, and then turns into positive things and brings positive things back into your life. And I just just carried that. Like, I was listening the entire time. I wasn't even in the chat because I was just, I was doing a bunch of stuff, but it was a really good stream. I really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed that stream. I had a couple. I had one with Big Tank Hank. I had one with Science Gal, and let's see here, and of course Rico Stan, and oh my gosh, there's been so many. I better not try to name them all off. I'll forget them all. But it was Bob Fish and I, and we talk a lot behind the scenes, and he's just one of those people who's always known my story. And I get nervous. I have like bad social anxiety. I get a dry mouth and I get shaky and I just get silly. And this has been like best therapy for me, like getting myself back out there. And around here, I don't know anybody with aquariums. So who else can I share this with? And just the community we have, it just amazes me. And Father Fish has a great story too, how he was brought up and what happened with his dad, and just different things. And for him to be out there teaching us like he does, never wanting anything in return, he just wants to teach. And I just think everybody needs to watch him and just see his point of view. If you like to do things different ways, that's okay. You can incorporate it, but just learn the basic system, like you said, the deep sand substrate. That's the only thing I truly understand in this fish keeping hobby. The rest of it, I can't name fish or plants, but I know it works.
Well, I mean, I was most impressed with the deep substrate by the, hold on one second. Children want sugar. What? After you eat dinner.
I did.
Okay, then yes.
Yeah.
Count the carbs. Sorry. I apologize. Real wrap up the thought. So the deep substrate, I became a complete and total believer when I did the whole deep substrate. And I don't do high tech. And I do real cheap lights. I mean, if Home Depot or Lowe's wants to sponsor me, I am totally open to that because that's where I get everything.
Right.
But I got red plants and like tiger lily and various other types of red plants. And the reds only are supposed to pop in, high tech aquariums,
CO2,
with CO2.
Special lights and all that stuff.
Yeah. And I kept getting beautiful red plants in the deep substrate that I would have back here. And even to the point where I'm growing some of the extras outside, and it still doesn't get but the extras outside are like, they're in soil, yes, but it's a different setup.
Yeah.
It's geared because it gets sun. But the reds just started popping, and I'm like, how is that possible? I don't have CO2. Well, yes, I do. The deep substrate is creating CO2, and that's what Father Fish taught me. So I'm like, deep
And it's
substrate
so
for
cool.
life, baby.
Me too.
And-
Or any kind of, or even like just layering substrate. If you don't want to do, I mean, just start layering and then put, like I said, put sand on top of it. Plant your plants in that sand, and they'll find the roots down to the rest. And I mean, I get dirt out of my yard. You know, that's what I use in my tank. It's got a lot of humus in it. I gotta give you some water. I'm listening.
Yeah, no. Oh, Grenwood, she was asking if there's any idea of a lifespan on nearite snails. So I cannot tell you, but I watched, if anybody knows who Foo the flower horn is, and I would, I watched this 3-year world that he had, and he had this nearite snail that lasted 2 years. He lived for a whole 2 years. So in that little Wallstead system that he had. So, I mean, you know, hey, we've got at least proof of one nearite snail living for at least 2 years, Gren. So I have like a ton of horned nearite snails. So my daughters, yeah, the little ones, they're like, there's like 5 or 6 of them here. I read that they're really good for blackbeard algae. And so, and my daughter's little glowfish aquarium, I've since then taken it down. We've put real plants in, but her little glowfish setup had on her little white rocks had like this brown looking algae. It wasn't like hair algae, but this brown looking algae just overtook everything, including all the glow in the dark decor. And it was nasty. It was gross. So I went to the fish store and they had this deal where you could buy 6 nearites, you get 1 free. So I bought 7 of them. And like these tiny, they're tiny little babies. They're tiny little babies. And I put like maybe 1 or 2 in a different tank, but I put all 5 of them in this little 5-gallon. And those things just ate up that black stuff.
That diatom, who was it just said that?
It wasn't diatom. It wasn't diatom. No, it wasn't, because
like
this is an established
looking algae.
Yeah, it wasn't diatoms. It was not. It was definitely. It was harder than that, or like patches of it. But yeah. So and anyways, I just wanted to say that.
Looks like fur. Rebecca says.
Oh yeah.
I always loved Rachel O'Leary. I remember watching one of her videos, and I've talked about this, but she had this, tank that got taken over by blackbeard algae, and she turned it into an algae scape. And that was like one of the coolest tanks ever.
Oh wait, does Dr. Fresh, do you physically know Foo the flower horn? Because if you do, let him know I'm a big fan. Hey, Fish and Shrimpy by Rich.
How are you doing, Rich?
Yeah. Okay, so Tanked Aquatics just confirmed.
Melted butter.
Yes, subscribe to Mary's channel. Woohoo!
Thank you, Jimmy. Y'all subscribe to Jimmy P's channel. Look, y'all are all in blue. Drop each other's links, and everybody just join together.
Do that. I'm still not very good at dropping links on my own channel. It's like trying to figure out how to do that. Our mystery snail has algae growing. It can't scrub its own back. That's something
I've seen
else.
that. Yeah. Okay.
And then she uses a soft toothbrush. I mean, I use a soft toothbrush on my bearded dragon's back when I give her a bath.
Oh.
Yeah, she loves it. She like stretches her little back legs out. So it's like a massage. And then she takes a nice she defecates. And then that's what I got. Everything has arrived.
Oh yeah. There's melted butter. And let's see here. Who else did I see just sneak in here? Vanoski. There you are. And if I've missed anybody, just say hey. Because it's like you said, I don't know. I've never tried the StreamYard chat. I'm just I know I'm pitiful. Just
Oh
doing
no,
all
you're
my-
fine. Bunny, I would love to have you come up either on a Friday night or whatever, and I just want to see those plants that. And I'm sending
Yeah.
more on Monday, by the way. Sending you some moss. If you want some more pearl weed, I've got more pearl weed. That stuff won't stop
Oh,
growing. Yeah.
love pearl
Um,
weed.
See, this is why I love Dr. Fresh. Look at this. I wonder if being in freshwater affects nearite snail longevity. I've imported a few and they must have been found in brackish. Makes me think anyway. So, yeah, I mean, this is why I love her because, she asks these questions and then, experiment. Like let's see
Right.
how they do in brackish. Let's see how they do in freshwater and just sort of like create different environments in which, let's see which one does better. I mean, that's how I kind of figured out how to keep Daphnia. It's like I just started keeping Daphnia in different environments, just trying to see if I could. I mean, at that point, I was trying to see how I could kill them, and I discovered it, and I discovered Hydra will do it every time. So, oh
Yeah.
my God, Hydra is like I can handle planaria.
Oh,
Actually, planaria can be
the
controlled.
Hydra, they look like little aliens. They're like,
They're the devil, man.
and no,
They're
they come from
devil.
hatch and brine shrimp out. Is that correct? Like you'll get them in your tank if you do a lot of hatching with baby brine
Yeah,
shrimp, or
well, I mean, in this tank, so I did some major gardening in this tank, and I discovered, and I had like a bunch of stuff floating at the top, and then I removed that stuff floating at the top, and I see like little hydra, like that had
yeah,
been hiding in the top, and that tells me two things. Well, I still want to get Father Fresh's opinion, but it tells me two things. One is that I might have had baby fish. And the other one is I've got plenty of things in here that'll eat the hydra. So they were hiding. And now that I've exposed them, they're disappearing relatively rapidly too.
Will
Yeah.
the pea, is that the tank that has the pea buffers in it? The tank
No,
behind
that's
you?
not. No,
Okay.
no. This is like my major community tank. My pea puffers is like
Okay.
on the other side. Those are like my two
Yeah.
main display tanks that I show my husband and I tell him, "Oh, look, see, this is what kind of beautiful underwater environments. These are the only two tanks that we have." And then back room is like 20. Bring in another one. Doesn't notice. Still hasn't said anything.
You can just, after so many, you can just kind of sneak them in and nobody notices you put another
I've
one in
gotten
there.
to that point. I call that level expert level. Send him
Hey,
a few.
Roxanne,
Mhm.
Roxanne
Oh,
and Brian's putting shelves over the windows and
uh-huh.
everything. But I said, "Hey, it's official when you get them on top of your refrigerator. Maybe even slide out tubs under the bed. There's so many things. I thought we have my daughter lives in a double wide and she's got that big garden tub. She never uses it. And it's so big and it's got like skylights over it. And I thought, man, that'd be a nice little koi pond. I don't see why not. I mean,
Well, you know what the
we
best
got
part
a
of having
shower.
relatives close by?
Yeah.
The best part
You
is
can
saying,
put,
"Oh, I'm going to help you. I'll set up your everything out, and I'll set up, and you can enjoy." You're essentially keeping your fish tanks over at your relative's house.
right. That's what I'm doing. Like, that's where my plants are right now. Hey, did you see Tank said 3-spot blue grommies are particularly, I cannot talk, particularly very, shoot,
Three
consumers of
spot blue
hydro.
gouramis. Yeah.
Yes.
Paradise fish
And
and
then paradise fish.
mollies.
Very good. Oh,
Um,
even pond snails will gobble them up. I did not know that about the snails.
yeah, I read that pond snails will gobble them up. So I'm like grabbing all my pond snails and put them in like my new large Daphnia tank that I'm trying to set up. I'm putting as many pond snails in there because I noticed that the Daphnia will live with the pond snails, and just in case Hydra gets in, I want those ponds just like fail safes, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
I want I need so when it comes to like fish that gobble them up, I know that mollies have
yeah.
the I don't know how big the blue gourami gets, and I don't know how big the paradise fish gets, but I'm like all about those small fish. So
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a I'm a fish size snob.
Well, there's like Brian Peplin Creek Aquatics. I mean, he's a self-proclaimed guppy snob. I mean, oh my gosh, everybody's talking about how many tanks. Yeah, 50 tanks later, Craig.
Yeah.
Hey, I've already figured out how to get 9 in a camper, and I've got this little place over there. It's over my couch, but it's like a lift up a compartment or whatever. But I still think my 33-gallon would fit on that just right. Someday.
Well, I mean, you could learn how to build your own racks.
Right. And as long as it don't fall through my floors, I'll be okay.
Oh,
But
yeah,
now
reinforcing your floor would be the issue.
when the camper's off center or off level right now, and you can see my tanks are like higher on one side than the other. They're great things to show you when you're not level. So
yeah,
but we've got some work to do. We got pounded by rain the other day, and I mean it absolutely pounded this house. It was awful. I think we sunk 2 feet into the ground.
So, in answer to your question, Garcia, I buy a lot of those cheap plant lights, like those ones those indoor grow lights are the ones that some folks use to grow their crop
Plant.
Like the cheap ones. But for the 75-gallon, I actually went and bought some Hygger lights because I couldn't get a lid that would help me set up the cheap shop lights. So those actually have Hygger lights on them. But like for everything else, everything else, I have like various shop lights or like cheap lights. I have them like, and I get those reds just fine there too.
Right. I've even used my little circle light, on my computer here, like these little lights, like this. They work good too.
Oh yeah. My fancy bowl I use those. I've got 2 of those actually. They're fun.
Like this one. This one's got to get a light on it soon. But oh, sorry, I've got the squeaky chair. Me and Father Fish has got a squeaky one, and now I've got one.
Oh, Father Fish's chair. When I first heard it, it was like nails on a chalkboard. I was like, no, no.
Listen, he had a computer chair, and I don't think he has anymore. I think it broke, but it literally bumped him out the seat one day. I was talking to him. He went to lean over, and that chair just went out. I was like, oh my gosh. So these chairs, I can't stand it.
Grenwood, I had a beta. Well, his name is Mushu. He's my lovable jerk. I threw him into my old Daphnia tank, and he was supposed to eat my Hydra, but he never really. Well, it might be because there was also scuds and blackworms and a whole bunch of other wonderful things to eat, but I had to fire him.
So much more tasty. Yeah, so much more tasty.
Yeah, I had to fire him. I was done. I mean, so I put him in a different. I'll show you guys sometime. I call it's a really nice prison. Let me put it that way. He moved up. Bass Queen's got Nerite snails 4 years ago. He must have had 20 of them. Daughter swears she sees one lone survivor in it. Wow. All right. I mean, I think that Dr. Fresh is onto something. We should keep Nerite snails in different water conditions and just long term see how they do.
Yes.
So. All right, Verily, I'm going to be watching. Guess what I'm going to be watching after this stream? Yes, Craig, Hydra is very cool to watch, but when you're raising live foods or baby fish or baby shrimp, but it's actually more for me, it was live food. It was the Daphnia because, the baby stuff could kind of be controlled a little bit because I was never really trying to breed for profit. And then I'm really not trying to breed for profit or breed in a large scale level, but I am trying to have a sustainable live food crop to feed my fish. And Yeah. Now Hydra is the devil, but I don't want to do the no planaria because I also have blackworms and other microfauna. So I'm
Yeah.
looking at, the silk tie that I used, which on the website is $199 that I got at the Salvation Army for, $1. That's actually been working really, really well. So I just have to, now be a little bit more careful.
Yeah. Oh yes, guys.
That is
It's
kind of
Hydra.
gross. That is kind of gross. Okay.
Yeah. Wow. So, oh my gosh. So, like, let's see. That's true, Freshwater. Rebecca, you're right. They are opportunistic. So, that's yeah, that'd be something else to see a pinky get eaten by snails.
Hydra Ilefi, I think they thrive with a high load of matter in the water column. Many fishes feed on them in nature, so I rarely see any in my tanks anyway. So, what do you mean by a high load of matter? Because I'm pretty sure. And Bunny Fresh wants to know if you bake your yard dirt first, and I have something to say about that. But go ahead, Mary.
Yeah. I never have. Mine comes from a little beaten path going down the creek, and it's got like oak leaves and everything there. I just dig some out, put in there. But I know a lot of people who do. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm just saying I haven't done it, and it's done really well because it's got a lot of humus in it. It's got the decaying leaves in it, and then a good rich soil, and then just putting that sand on top. And so far, so good. Now, what would you go?
So,
hey, Gina's ready.
So my experience with baking dirt, this is back in November. I was setting up my first planted aquarium, really first aquarium, because the 5-gallon that glow in the dark fish didn't count. I was doing a whole bunch of research. Now, 55 gallons is still kind of expensive to buy, those like fancy dirts. Hadn't met Father Fish. So I'm doing it, and I literally just spent the better half of the month learning how to, and this was over Thanksgiving, but I had spent the better half of the month learning about filtration and what was the best filtration for 55. And that, oh my goodness, I spent hours on. But I'm like, there's a lot of stuff on the internet saying, do it, don't do it, do dirt, don't do it. If you do potting soil, do dirt from outside. If you do dirt or potting soil from outside, you should bake it or in stuff like, different things like that. So I baked it. I got organic potting soil, and I baked it for the aquarium. And I ended up having to put root tabs in several months later. So
it killed out on the, I guess
it was still good. It was still good, I guess there's pros and cons. I don't know. But, after I meet Father Fish and I'm setting up some aquariums on my own, and I get on the Discord, I'm like, it's occurred to me that maybe it's kind of counterintuitive, this natural system, if you're applying heat to it and killing all the good fungi and the good bacteria. So, that's what I was doing. So I'm going to try doing the non-baking option, and I haven't had a problem, and I have not had to do any root tabs. No root.
Yeah.
So,
so far so good, right?
You could do both. I mean, honestly, if you bake the potting soil, I think the big part is adding peat moss, or humus and compost. I definitely don't bake those. That's for sure.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, Father Fish would tell you a whole bunch of stuff about don't bake it.
Right. Now, if I lived in, say, a regular neighborhood that had like red clay dirt or some kind of different dirt, but I luckily live inside the woods, so it does have all the oak leaves and the different things that have rotted and got into there. And I remember the first time I ever saw anybody bake it was on MD fish tanks. Like when he first started, he would go out in his yard and dig it up and bake it and laugh about his wife going to get him because he's baking dirt in her pans. But it just fascinated me. So when I started setting these up, I just went out there and dug my own dirt out of the yard and just threw it in there just to see what happened. And it worked. So
I like it. Just see what happens. The only thing
Thanks,
is you have to make sure, though. I know you have to make sure that it doesn't have any chemicals out there.
Yeah. Now that's the main important thing. You don't want to get dirt from, say, a little while over a little ways over here. They're spraying a crop a field or something, or say somebody comes in and treats your yards for bugs or anything like that. So, but this is like there's nothing else around here. But now if I went on over farther, I would have been right on the soybean field, and that would have been the dirt I would probably didn't consider.
Lightning strike.
Hey, Eduardo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
plant
had
life.
Grenwood, you had a nearby lightning strike night before last. Sounded like car smashing into a dumpster and everything went blue. I'm close enough we could hear the sizzle. I mean, that must have been a show. That must have been a show. God. Nothing like a thrill, being so close to danger and you could die, right. But it's so beautiful. And what a way to go. Yeah, Higer all the way, Scott. I do like those 3-way the timers where you can on the Higer where you can do set it for like 24 hours. And so it say at 6 o'clock you set it for 1,800 hours, which military time. Anybody who's been any experience with Army, they know that. And then it just it just sort of like has that light that goes for that. I like it. If I don't do shop lights or cheap plant lights, that's my go-to.
Uh-oh. Did I lose y'all?
Yeah. No, I got you. Bass Green, I hear you. Yep. I hear you. Yes, cheap on everything.
Heck yeah.
I'm getting out of Rob's aquarium room after this because I want to know what he means by taking down some tanks to make room for the Boswell Aquarium pool pond.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he deserved to be fired, Jimmy. He deserved it. Spoiled little jerk. I feed him by hand, by the way. He loves it. He loves when I feed the blackworms by hand, and
he'll jump up and get them.
Yeah, he doesn't get along. I need to film that actually one of these days. But yeah, I need to. Yeah, he's a jerk. He killed my Nerite snail. That's how bad he is.
Yeah, my little boy Kevin. He fought every snail in the tank. And I've got a short on my channel with the little ram's horn snail, and it looks like it's twice the size of his mouth. And I swear that Betta's mouth came up as big as our arowana. I mean, it came open and he ate the whole thing. And I put it to Eye of the Tiger music where it was like, doon, 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 doon.
Nice. Nice. I'll have to go back and look at that. 3G says, when I first started watching Father Fish, I would watch it at 1.5 playback speed. I wanted to hear what he had to say, but I couldn't wait for him to say it. I hear you. Yeah, I know, right? I hear you.
I love Greg. Greg has been with us since the beginning of time. There's a lot of folks that have been here with us all this time, but and when you first meet people, you remember those first people you meet. John Larson, Greg. Well, I'll get into that and I'll spend all day naming all names, but you know who you are.
Oh, yeah. Worked at a store where there was a pond too small for fish, so someone added a bag of Daphnia. Blimey, those things breed like crazy. And there were predators in there, of course. Yeah, at that point, you're just overwhelming the population. It's like rats in New York City. There's a lot of things that can kill rats, but they're just at that point. No, there's no stopping it. All right, I have to look into the paradise fish because manes and tails. I saw some of her stuff recently. 3-spot gourami personalities, but I kept a couple of dwarf gouramis for a while. They were gorgeous, but one was just a real mean jerk. So I put a betta fish in there, and the betta fish, put the gourami in check. I know you're not supposed to do that. It was a huge aquarium. So you put the gourami in check, and I was like, all right. But, they still weren't happy. I mean, it was working, but they still weren't happy. So I just, gouramis are very interesting. Yes.
Oh my gosh. One of my first fish I don't know what kind but it was just the regular blue ones. I don't know if that's just a big blue gourami. I wanted that fish so bad. I went to Kmart every day and looked at that tank and begged and begged and begged. My mom got it for me and he killed everything I had. So I've never even thought about keeping another gourami since I was little. until I saw the little dwarf gouramis or is it the licorice gouramis. Yeah, I like those too, but they're different water parameters. Mm. Do glow light tetras breed like crazy? You know,
Oh.
I had a friend of mine where the oh, thanks, Father Fish. He's dropping your Instagram link.
No, that's me. I'm on the Father Fish.
Oh, I'm sorry. You did.
So if I do it through the yeah. So no, if I do it through the computer, it's
it comes
Father
up.
Fish.
Yeah.
If I do it to the my cell phone, it's different. Whatever, guys. It's all me. I'm impersonating him. Hey, Gina. Nice to see you. Hey, Bunny. Hey, Paul. Yes, Hydra does. I don't have any black BBS. What is BBS again?
Blackbeard algae. Or wait,
No,
BBS. Baby
BBS.
fern shrimp.
Oh, yes. Solid matter. If you get the terpene tannins grown in those conditions like sediment. All right. Going back to that. Scotty, flattery will get you everywhere, Scotty. Don't you know that?
Right.
Yeah. I've got CBDs and I have not put them with pea puffers, Bunny. I haven't tried. I don't personally don't think they're all that compatible, but I mean, try it and see. That's what I'm all there for. I had chili rasboras with pea puffers and they did all right, but the chilies tend to hang out at the top of the tank. Well, the pea puffers, they go all the way up and down. So, but CBDs tend to stay tend to really be in like the actual territory of pea puffers.
They're kind of higher to the middle is where they, that area.
No, actually CBD, since they're like I mean I've got CBDs in here and they're all about, you give them when you put in live food, they are having sex all the time. Sorry, but it's true. It's everywhere. I'm pretty sure none of the eggs are making it because I'm not taking the eggs out.
Right. But it's an aphrodisiac, apparently.
They just don't stop. So, I mean, they're at the bottom of the tank because they're usually doing it over some moss or some clusters of pearl weed, y'all.
Yeah,
pearl weed.
I'm ready. I can't wait to get my rice fish in the tub. You talking about fun to watch, like the CPDs. I just love watching the way they scatter stuff stuff through the plant.
They are.
It's so much fun.
Steinfott, Bob, I guess Bob Aquatics done. Yeah. He was saying how he couldn't get his CBDs out. They're always shy. They're always hiding in the back. He couldn't really enjoy them. I'm not, I mean, this is actually, because I first got them in a 20-gallon with a beta fish and pygmy corridoras. And those things were still out there. In fact, they were like stealing black worms out from under the beta fish. Beta, whatever.
Beta. You said beta.
Yeah, Dr. Strange was just like, "Oh, what's going on?" I'm like, "Where'd my worm go?" Yeah, where did my worm go? Oh, that way too. I mean, we're talking like, and the black worm's like, twice the size of this CBD, but he's still going at it. Like,
yeah.
Anyways, I mean, these are. And I've seen them eat planaria, and I have seen them eat hydra as well. So, I mean, these things are like, if they feel safe, they'll try. They'll
yeah.
I don't know where people get this idea that they're just so, shy.
Get it. Yeah. But now, and I've seen that a lot too. I've seen a lot of people say that, but I got some from Roxanne and Brian, and, I know they spend a lot of time at their tanks feeding and different things. So mine weren't skittish either. But I would say if you bought them, like, say, at a pet store that's been thrown into a tank with no cover, it might be harder to get them out and about. But what beautiful fish. Oh my gosh. They're just lovely. Yeah. Lovely, lovely.
I disagree with 3G. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think the pea puffers, my pea puffers, I have 12 of them. They don't necessarily, they go after like they don't necessarily bully other fish. I have not yet seen that, and I keep a mono shrimp in there. What I mean is not that they don't bully. My point is I haven't seen them go after, like, to hunt other fish. Like I've got coolie loaches in there. I've got a hill stream or two in a loach in there. I've kept them with chili rasboras. They were totally. I literally saw a chili rasbora take a worm out from under a pea puffer. They were like, "Yeah, what's up? I'm gonna take that. Thank you."
That's pretty tough.
Yeah, and so I mean, but keep in mind it's heavily planted. You know, I'm very much working out the dynamics with this tank because I don't. So I'm just being very careful. So it could work with CBDs. I don't think they'll end up as food, but they may end up, you know, kind of like with pea puffers. They don't necessarily want to eat things. They kind of pick at things. They're just in it for the. I mean, they're literally in it for the joy of killing. So.
Oh yeah.
You know, so
Plant Life Project is asking. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, not that I was just. I interrupted you. Go ahead. I'm trying to find a link
I'm
for
done.
a
Yeah, I'm done with it. I just say I'd say to Bunny, have a backup plan, see how the dynamics are, make sure it's heavily planted, a lot of different types of hardscape in there, a lot of places to break up lines of sight. I'll be more than happy to. Actually, I need to put my a picture of my completed pea puffer tank on Instagram so you guys can see how I set it up. But it's highly successful. I'm very happy.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm about to put some killifish up in there at the top too. So. Mom was talking about ripping out the jacuzzi tub. I was thinking the same thing. There you go.
I think it's a grand idea.
Yeah, if you've got the stuff outside, Mary, do it. Set up tubs. Set up as many as you can.
Right.
You know, as many as your boss will let you. If you heat it outside, the sun-produced UVB has a sterilizing factor as well as the heat. I don't know how. Yeah, UVB does have a sterilizing factor. Yeah. If yes, keep it alive. Don't bake the dirt. Yes, I agree. We figured that out, I think, already because we're behind on the chat, Mary. We're totally behind.
Oh, I know. We're just chatting.
Oh, well, Bunny just said the same thing I said. Go ahead.
Have a backup plan. They're hollering. Yeah. They're hollering for me to come eat now. I'll be there in a minute.
Dr. Fresh wants to know if there's an alternative to peat for the aquarium. That is a father fish question, Dr. Fresh. I actually don't know. I mean, we have peat readily available, but I understand that sometimes peat is not legal or hard to get in other places. Because apparently how you harvest it can be very harmful to the environment. Yeah.
I was just reading that one from Rebecca and said cocoa fiber. I always wondered about that, but she said very high in salt. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the compost is actually plant matter. Like it's decomposing plant matter. And I don't know if that's the same thing as peat, but I mean, I don't know. Again, that's a father fish question, Dr. Fresh. Ask him put that in Q&A in Discord. Mary, if you want to put up the Discord channel, put it in Q&A in Discord. I think that's I'd love to know the answer to that. Like, I'm definitely going to be following that one. Plant life makes sense. Clover roots for a micro that enrich the soil. So clover roots. Oh, I have to look into that.
Clover roots.
Clover roots. I need to look into that. Yes, buddy, I will get you pearl weed. Oh man, I am so. Somebody post my channel for Scott.
This thing will come up.
3 spot-like opaline gourami can be nasty. Yes. My dad kept dwarf gourami before I kept fish. One of the male gourami had a dent in it, in his head, so we called it Thicko. Man, I'm reading a lot about how devilish these gouramis are.
Oh, yes. Hey, fanaticals.
I don't know who Sasquatch is, but that's hilarious. some places that have been under lease for a long time, very rich from worm castings, etc. Father Fish is actually talking about, and we'll have to ask him more when he gets back on here, but he's talking about putting together his additives and the dirt to be able for people to purchase.
Just buy it that way.
Yeah, and then kind of like do it again, and then kind of also I asked him if he could do it for like pre-sizing, because I had a nice little round with cyanobacteria for the first time. Is it bad that I'm really excited about all these like things that can go wrong?
No,
because that way I can figure out how to solve it.
Right. Actually,
So,
that's part of the fun.
It is.
I know. I've got his supplement, and like I even set up this new little hydro aquarium up there, and I did use aqua soil in it because it has a specific filter chamber that the sand, it's down way low, the slots are, and I was afraid it would suck all the sand into it. So I put and I don't usually use it because I can't afford it, but I got a little bag of the aqua soil, and I took some of Father Fish's, supplement and just sprinkled it in the bottom, put that on top, and then capped it with the sand so it was high enough that it wouldn't get in those slots back there. And man, it's going crazy. I don't know if you can see it back there. Look how crooked my rack is.
Which one is it? Which one is it? It's like the top,
the weird looking one, the round with that one.
Okay, well that looks I can see it's very green from here. Bass Queen is, so Bonnie, there's gonna be more to come, I think, because I asked him to do, like, if he's going to do the pre-packaged stuff, do it for like per sizing, like you have one that's specifically for a 3-gallon, or one that's specifically for a nano aquariums, right? So all you have to do is, you don't have to measure it out yourself. You just grab the package, go, this is perfect for a 3-gallon. This is perfect for a 5. This is perfect for a 20. This is perfect for a 10.
Yeah.
And then there, you're boom, you're done. You don't have to do anything else. It's done for you. Let's see here. Babies, lots of babies. Source for rice fish. That's a good question, and I want to say Dan's Fish.
Yeah, Dan, but I also dropped Roxanne and Brian's link in there. They have the Daisy Blue, which came from Dan, so it's still that. But that's where I got some from. But I'd say this year she's probably going to have some. Alex, Secret History Living in Your Aquarium, he's keeping rice fish.
I don't know if he's selling them though, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he does more local stuff, or trading around where he lives. But Peplin and Roxanne, if they have them, I can highly recommend. Or like you said, Dan's, or any, you can find them anywhere here on YouTube. I mean, you're not going to go wrong with Fish Fam.
No. So Dr. Fresh, the reason why I keep pea puffers with other fish, or the only reason why I can, is because I have what I call a food web in that aquarium. So there's scuds in there, there's blackworms in there, there's copepods, there's paramecium, there's always something, detritus worms, there's probably planaria, but they don't last long. There's always something in there living and moving around that catches their attention. And of course, I actually put a whole bunch of snails in there before, I try to encourage a bunch of snail eggs, snails, just to really encourage that food web to grow by itself. And so I found that that's actually been the best thing for these pea puffers, because there's always something to get their attention, to have them mentally stimulated. So it seems they leave the other fish in there alone because they're not bored. Like, don't get me wrong. I've seen them try to approach the Yamato shrimp, like looking really interested. And then the Yamato shrimp's like, go away. And then they're like, okay, they move on. So, I mean, it's working. That's all I got to say. It's working. Also, I use floaters, like floating plants, to have that full and complete cover. So when the plants that I put in there, are either pretty hardy or can handle low light, but the floaters really seem to help too. Yes, Buddy, I'm getting more pearl weed. I love my little murder beans. They're so interesting. So interesting. All right.
We got a super chat from
Yay.
Daenerys 0259. Thank you so much. And my shrimp are doing well. They're down here in this dark, gosh, this chair, I'm sorry. They're down here in this tank waiting for a light, but I'm enjoying them so much.
Yeah, thank you.
I got a pile of, yes, thank you so much. Oh, and 3G says Jess has some. 4 long, 1 pea in the pod, right? They can, like, when they mature, they kind of, when they get bigger, that's sometimes when you think things, you see a little bit different behaviors.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jimmy P, Scotty, we're on. Peat is like prehistoric plants. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I bucket list. Go to a peat bog and see if there's any skeletons. Barry, could you post my link? I don't know how to post my link.
Okay.
Thank you. Malfoy is lurking. The what?
Hello.
Yeah, there's the Discord. I don't know how to post my link. I mean, I do, but I'm trying to.
I did put the Discord, I think. Didn't I get it? Okay.
Is liverworts the oldest plant? I don't know.
That is an old plant, though.
Oh, yeah, there's my link. Thank you, 3G.
You got it? Okay.
I'm like behind. I'm like totally behind on the chat. It's so bad. Kimma, formerly known as Kimma's KBH, is suggesting that you put a sponge filter over the intake, Mary.
Yeah. Well, this one has got what I did was I took a piece of filter floss and kind of put it up there. The whole side of it's like slots. So I had to kind of lay that down. I did the aqua soil, which I just wanted to experiment. I mean, I'm not saying use aqua soil. I just did an experiment with it. But of all the tanks, I mean, it's probably the one that, I mean, it's still growing in, but these are just thriving back here, the ones that had the dirt in it. But I did add that because aqua soil doesn't have any nutrients in it. So it's usually inert a lot of times, unless
it's not even. It's not even really a soil.
No.
Yeah.
It's just a baked clay, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's just like, I mean, you can grow plants in sand, you can grow plants in gravel, but you you have to have supplements like the Father Fish additive. So it's the same thing. It's very deceptive when it says soil.
Yeah.
It's just an inert substance that as long as you put nutrients in, you will experience some kind of plant growth. But I mean, I'm all about like if you're gonna do it all the way.
That's right.
Bass Queen, I am tired just looking at that. I want to do tubs with summer's my biggest. I'm just tired right now.
Dude, I'm whooped.
I hear you, man. Sounds like a wonderful life, though.
Yes, we have had a good time. And I got to go in here and eat dinner with the kids. They got dinner for Dad in here, so I always hate to leave. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in here with them. They're hollering for me. But EJ, thank you. I'm not meaning to leave y'all, but you know how that's the way I am. I just come and go. No, I'm just kidding. Just always something going on.
I'll stick around. I mean, I'll stick around for a little bit. But it was so good talking with you, Mary.
It was so good to hang out with you, and you're doing a great job. Keep it up. I'm really, really enjoying you joining the Father Fish team. I don't know about team, but with the Father Fish show. Oh no, we're the team.
Oh my God, that's right. There's t-shirts. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't usually. I have a thing against putting graphic t-shirts. Graphic, what you're wearing. Like that's like so in right now. Apparently.
Right.
It's on the run, or was it at least a year ago? I don't know. The fashion's changed so much, but I'm holding out. I'm like, I don't want anybody to know my business on my shirt.
Yeah, we did these we used a Cricut to make these, and now they're available on Teespring. So, nice. But I still don't have my Father Fish t-shirt with his face on it. I got my mug, and my bumper sticker.
Oh yeah, that mug is something else.
Yeah.
That mug is something else. We need to do those oh my God, like those big cups, the ones that Yeah,
The tumblers.
The tumblers. Thank you. Can't talk today. It's Sunday. Yes. All right. Well, Mary, it was so good to have you on. Thank you.
Love you guys. And I promise I'm coming back. I'm going to make some videos. I'm just trying to figure out something that won't bore y'all. I've had a lot of stuff go on. I've lost kitty cats since I've been here. So I've been kind of a little bit in the dumps, but I'm getting my mojo back, or my groove, or whatever you call it. I don't know if you call it all that, but I'm getting there. And I just thank you all so much. And I love y'all. And happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Enjoy your evening, Mary. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, guys. All right. So I am literally here on the chat. So give me a bit. And thank you, by the way. Thank you so much for the super chat. It helps Father Fish out so much. He's had a huge expense going with moving, from Florida to Maryland, and it's just been one expense after the other, and it's not easy. And then it's where he's moving to is a very tiny home. So most of his stuff is going to be outside. And while it's outside right now at 70, 75 degrees, it's lovely there. Once it gets to, as you know, when it gets cooler in the wintertime, he's going to need to build a greenhouse or something. So the Plant Life project, I mean, he'll probably be right there with you, Plant Life. Dr. Fresh, Rice Fish, I'd question if there is niche communities, particularly for more Japanese varieties. I know that there's, I know, I don't know anything about, I know that we have some really good people in the fish fam that have some amazing fish, and they either breed them or they buy them from wholesalers and then they treat them. So, you'd have to kind of like go in and check out some of those folks. Maine's has rice fish. I'll have to check her out. I probably lost something in the chat for that one. Sorry, guys. Losing. You guys stop talking for a second. Just stop talking. I need to find my place. And then I've Peapod, Tanked, Ancient. Oh man, guys, I'm so behind on this. Is this okay? So we'll start here. Sorry, guys. I have 13 CPDs, and at one point I had up to 15. So maybe that was it. I don't know. But I want to actually get more just because they're so fun to watch them go at it like rabbits, snails. Cocoa, Kidley breeders have tried cocoa fiber as spawning substrate, but I prefer a softer type of peat. I mean, it's like cocoa peat's readily available, so I haven't tried that. Oh, well, back on, Bass. Come back on. Try to store. No idea if the killifish are too old, though. If you're talking about spawning, then I haven't had successes yet. The oldest plant species that still exists today is believed to be the ginkgo tree. Ginkgo tree. I've heard of that. I've actually heard that. I have heard that. The gluolite tetras like my beta and my beta. My beta likes them. Wow. Yep. I with the exception of one betta fish, I have had. All my betas are in community tanks with one thing or the other, and I think my fault is with this one betta fish, and it's a veil tail. He's just a jerk. I mean, he loves me, but that's about it. I think I'm the only one he loves, which is fine. I like being loved. Ancient plant, but not the oldest. Ginkgo biloba, favorite plant. Siccas are that. No, I can't pronounce that. Don't make me pronounce it. Hey, Atkins. Bunny. Dr. Fresh, do you want to come up here and we can talk plant species? Because I'm, I'd love to have you come up here one of these days. I'd love to be able to pick your brain about this. You have quite a bit of experience to go along with some of these comments. Then we look at modern species. No species available today in the past. All have evolved, but they might retain primitive features. And additives to your soil. Yes, Bunny. Actually, I make my own additives. I know that you were talking to Mary about that. Serpas, is there another live stream on after this? Y'all check Plant Your Take for the Lifeguards. Oh man, I'm skipping over some stuff. Oh, sorry, I'm going all the way down to the back, down to this. Okay, fanaticals. Yes, I actually have a couple of racks in the back of my place that have some of my live food cultures. I have a couple of tanks that I actually just got some natives from Florida from Father Fish, and one of them is really pretty, like black and white, and looks like it's some variation of Achille. There were like some live bearers, and Father Fish also sent me some flagfish. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with them. And I also want to put together some more really pretty tanks. I got this rimless 10-gallon that I want to sort of create almost like a slow moving stream from, I want to use a pump where you start from one end and you and then you go up through a waterfall down. And so it's going to be sort of a little bit more like a paludarium effect, but deeper. So that's something I want to kind of experiment with. So those are ideas in the works. And also right now I'm working on I guess you could call it a patio pond, but I found this planter, this ceramic pot. And when I say a ceramic pot, I mean like it's probably about it's up there. This is the kind of pot the size of is where you put a full-grown palm tree in. I mean, that's how big it is. And I've wait, let me hold that comment there so I know where I'm at. So that patio pond I'm working on, I just made sure that the inside of it was waterproofed, because, if I'm going to do something and if I'm going to do it right, I'm going to make sure all those little details are taken care of. So I painted with black rubber waterproofing paint on the inside. I want to do it black so that way the fish will pop. And it's like this blue ceramic on the outside. And so and then I installed a small pump. And so I'm going to create almost like a waterfall effect, because I'm using a second ceramic pot where it's just going to like move the water through. And I'm not quite sure what fish I want to put in, but I'm definitely putting a bunch of plants in there. It'll be like a little patio pond, but it's like a really big patio pond. And it's also going to have something in there that will breed. So it'll be kind of like my first outdoor tub project, but it's going to be really pretty. So I'll be putting that up on my channel. Like it's right now filled with water just to test it. So I filled it up with water yesterday, and I want to make sure that it's fully waterproof. So I'm letting it sit for about 48 hours. So tomorrow I'm going to early evening, I'm going to take a look at it and start, making sure that it's on, on the right spot and the foundation and all that. So it's coming. It's coming. Ginkgo is an amazing ornamental species, genius, entirely unique. Their seeds have health benefits, but their leaves are so beautiful. I'm going to have to look into that. Those are green neon tetras, Vince. I have 7 of them. And they're smaller than cardinal tetras, and they're smaller than green neons. And I'm all about the smaller fish. So I love the neons. So I figured let's go with the green. And you know what? They tend to be a little hardier too. So I love them. Grabbed them from the local fish store about I don't know, 4 months ago. They're doing great. Yes, and I do love my rummy noses. Those are probably the biggest fish in the tank. Oh, Oh, yeah, I'm in Houston. So I grabbed the green neons from 360 Aquatics, Vince. And then Houston Aquarium Warehouse, where Matt is. I'm grabbing some more from him. He told me not to. He told me not to buy them about a month ago because I wanted to add more to the 7 I have here. He told me not to buy the crop he had in because they weren't doing so well. And then, but now that they're healthier, I'm also trying to get some Suda McGill from him as well. That's a Houston Aquarium Warehouse. And hold on. That's what I read, 3G. So it'll be very interesting to see how the flagfish do with me. They're right now in my 20-gallon long. I kind of have like a tank where it's like a bunch of hornwort in there. 20-gallon long, practically stuffed to the rim with hornwort. And Father Fish just sent me a bunch of natives. And so I've got 2 Bolivian rams in there. I don't know what to do with them. I've got, he sent me a bunch of flagfish. I've got like golden white cloud minnows. I have a lot of killifish in there. I got mystery snails and like and one single little African dwarf frog. But they're all doing, like, the reason why I have them in there right now and it's stuffed with the brim with hornwort is because that heavily planted breaks up any sort of potential aggression. At least that's what I found. So, and it's also got a huge food web in there because that's where a lot of my live food cultures are. It's got so many scuds in there. I mean, I don't have to feed this tank forever. It's got snails for days, scuds, blackworms in there as well. Although I'm pretty sure there's quite a few that are no longer there. So if that one's pretty depleted. But I'm not quite sure if I'm going to keep all the fish or if I'm going to, how I'm going to set it up. The flagfish will be interesting because they're great for algae, but I've heard that they're really quite mean. And so I'm going to have to, and I want to see how they do. It'll be interesting. I considered putting them in with the pea puppers to see how that dynamic works out. We got mean little murder beans and we got mean little American flagfish, and who will win? But I don't know if I want that dynamic or not. Maybe I'll just put them in my 20-gallon high that I just snuck in. Yes, Finn, I'm going to. Fridays and Saturdays. No, I'm very happy whenever you're able to hop on with us, Dr. Fresh. Very, very happy, and you've got some really cool insight. I would love to get you onto the live stream to pick your brain at any point. So, all right. Yes, video is coming. Fruit smells bad, whatever that means. If you like small fish with color, look into Danio Chopra. Chopre? I will. I absolutely will. I'll probably research for like hours before deciding. I want to get some Suda McGill lumitus. It's blue. It's blue red. It's red blue neon rainbow fish. That's the I guess the non-scientific term, and I really want some. So I think that and I would put them in here. I can probably put a lot more fish in here than I normally I could probably put a lot more fish in here if I wanted to, but I'm kind of taking my time. I love the little baby fish, but I'm going to look into the Danio Chopres. So I want to set up another little tiny fish environment. I have Scarlet Batis right now. They are in a small 10-gallon. It's 1 male and 2 females. And I'm really hoping to, see see some babies. I've already got some footage of them going at it like rabbits. So they're actually my first breeding project, like official breeding project. So we'll see how that goes. Eventually I'll get to the point, hopefully, where I'll be able to they'll grow them up. The goal is to grow up these Scarlet Batis, and the goal is to actually sell them as male and female pair, because I want people to have access to females and to have their own breeding projects. And so, if I sell them as a pair, it's perfect. And when I say sell, I mean like, pay me shipping, and that's pretty much it. I'm not in this to make any money. I'm in this for the love of fish keeping. Pond females, only one has the potential to be females. That's a conversation. Yep. Hey man, pond snails are pretty cool. I think they're pretty cool. And if I ever get tired of having a bunch of them, I just throw them in with my pea puffers and problem solved. Mikey, scientific Old Latin names are tough, but remember, it is a dead language since a long time. No one can really say pronunciations that are supposed to be said. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I should just start a new language. It's called Bad Latin. We'll just call it Bad Latin. They aren't dead. Most names aren't Latin or ancient Greek anymore, but those two languages being dead, no one really knows how they really spoke. Oh, okay. Killifish versus flagfish. Isn't a flagfish killifish? I thought that was Craig, how many blackworms did you have that would crash your tank? Because I seed all of my new setups. Every time I set up a tank, I put as many, I put quite a few blackworms in there. I put a lot more scuds because those babies know how to breed and they breed prolifically. But yeah, I know that they supposedly have, I know they have when I was doing all the research, a ton of research on keeping blackworms, I have a huge blackworm culture going, and, I don't think I've ever changed out the water. I just did like a big surface area. So like I think it, like a shoebox size, Oh, hey, T-Bones. Hold on. Back here. All right, lost the chat. All right, food doesn't really make a difference. They're just little a-holes. You talking about pea puffers? They're just cute. They're little murder beans. They're working with me. So I had that many in the bottom. It just turned the water. Are you talking about the blackworms? I'm dyslexic and have awful pronunciation. Most people's names I cannot pronounce. Scientific names are about as accepting a language. My sister does, though, study ancient Greek and has studied Latin. So on one hand, you're dyslexic. On the other hand, your sister likes studying the languages because she knows that you can't pronounce it. I don't know. Family problems. No holds barred over top rope elimination. That would be a bloodbath. I don't want to do that. I want to kind of, have the tank cohesive, and setting it up so that all the little inhabitants, their needs are met. And, with researching extensively and then trying to set things up so that everybody's happy, I haven't had too many failures. I will say that long fin bettas do not work well with zebra danios. Oh my Lord, those zebra daniels will, and it's not because they nipped the fins on the bettas. It wasn't that. It was because they're just too high energy for a betta that has long flowy fins and needs like a calm environment, and those things just didn't know how to stop. I found that they're higher energy than white cloud mountain minnows. White cloud mountain minnows worked fine with my betta. Yes, T-Bone. I actually just trimmed it. It was really bad. I just trimmed it. I need to post a picture. It was a hot mess. It got so overgrown. And so what I tried to do is like replant a bunch of stuff, because I learned that you're not supposed to, remove the plants so much, but there's just so much plant growth that I have to, I have to like take the plants out and then send some to Bunny and Gina if you want. There is a tigress batis, but I don't think it's it's like a black tiger or tiger batis or something like that. They're not as small, but they are pretty darn small as the scarlet batis. I just like the scarlet. I just like the reds. I'm trying to get to the bottom. Y'all stop talking. Should get another pair and take a male and female out of each lot, the pair up. Yeah. Bigfoot show is coming on. Oh, tanked. Okay. Well, I guess we might have to sign off then because we want to go see his Bigfoot channel. Well, I do anyway. He's watching the channel. Okay. That by itself is an interesting comment. Not quite sure what it's in reference to, but true regarding pronunciation and scientific names, but you knew what I was saying. Oh, yeah. I use the scientific names every day. Some people can do it, and I try. Dr. Fish knows how to pronounce this stuff. Oh! Travel Channel Exposition Bigfoot. I got it. For real? Really? We're still on the Latin and Greek. We're still read in European upper classes. Hence, it's used for science, but in science, unless it's someone's names or someone's culture, feel free. I think I'm just going to start making up names. That's what I say. Oh, well, I say beta, and I'm not supposed to, so I'm just going to own it. Beta tanked. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to own it. And we have the Sasquatch. All right, I've got to check that out. I used to watch Bigfoot channel stuff, and I used to watch these shows on about Bigfoot. And sorry, I'm not a believer on that. I'm definitely a believer of the Loch Ness monster, though. I think he's out there for sure. Flagfish are thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Father Fish. Cypress. Or this time it's the puffish. Okay. Assuming it's universal and generally all understand parts of a word. IPRI. I'm getting lost here, y'all. Danio equals crackhead. I hear you. I'm telling you, man. Zebra. I'm more of I'm the type of person that kind of prefers a more calm tank environment, and zebra danios are whoo. But I will check out the Chopra Danio. I found that not every Danio is as high energy as the zebra Danio. I mean, they're just on crack. Cyprox. That's the flagfish. Well, come on up here, Father Fish. Tell us what that is. T-bones. Yes, we can't get pea puffers in Australia. And I think Craig has the same problem with that, which I just understand. I mean, I had 10 pea puffers, but 2 magically appeared like a little while ago. So I don't know. Something happened. So I've got 12 now. Y'all are gonna make. Can I just read it? Beta depends on where you come from. It's how it's pronounced. Is fine. Well, we got this guy in Texas that he's, politics aside, he he's made a run for Senate. He's made a run for various political positions, and he's never quite made it. But they call him Beto. Um, Beto. He's really not. His name's Francis, but he calls himself Beto, and I can't pronounce it either. So every time I think of Beto or Beto guy, I think of a betta fish, and I don't know if he'll take that as a compliment or not. I can never pronounce the scientific fish name. You know what's harder than pronouncing scientific fish names? It's plant names. And unlike, for the most part, unlike fish, there are no other alternatives. You have to that is what you call the plant. And I'm just like, no. Like there's this one red plant I really like. It's Altherna reinecke. Forget it. Oh, guess what? You're sick. How are you?
Probably going to foul up the audio here.
Nope, you're good.
Cypridon. I've been trying to spell it, and I can't spell it.
Ridon?
Cypridon. It's the
Cypridon.
same. It's related to the desert pupfish, and also related to the to the one I sell. It's an East Coast pupfish.
Okay.
Cypridon.
They're really pretty.
They are. Yeah, they're very colorful fish.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little aggressive, but then all of the cypridons are that way. They're not aggressive so much as they're chasers. They love the chase, and they'll chase anything. They're just on top of everything. They're aggravating more than dangerous.
Well, would they give the pea puffers a run for their money?
Probably would not want to keep them together.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
I almost feel like the flagfish itself needs to be in its. So every fish has to have. I feel like every tank that I put together has to have like a. They call it a centerpiece fish, but it doesn't have to necessarily be one. But it definitely has to have the main species, if you will. Except for this one behind me, that one doesn't count. It's got.
Yeah, I think that's probably true.
They're all main species because,
Right.
But they all have a common thing. They're all tiny. But the flagfish, I think, need to be in their own like main, and then like I don't know. I want to. That's when I start pushing. Like I want to find out. Oh, what would work with them? Oh, zebra danios. Do you think zebra danios would work with the flagfish?
They might very well. I think that's one because they're on the move all the time.
Yes, that would be the high energy tank.
Yeah, you need fish that are constantly moving. You could probably do rainbows.
Oh,
them,
okay.
maybe.
Oh, you mean like the larger, like the actual rainbows, or like
the actual larger ones? I mean, the smaller ones you could, but the bigger ones would be able to hold their own better. I think.
Okay.
So that may work out.
Oh.
The thing about the cypridon is they're not a meat eater. They're
Okay.
a vegetarian. So
Okay.
they don't chase fish to bite them and fight them.
Yeah.
They're just it's their natural inclination. I bred some, and the babies chased each other, just playing tag. They're playing tag. That's all they're doing. They're just having fun. They're playing tag continuously, unending. At night they'll settle to the bottom when it gets dark. Once the light comes out, they're off to the races.
So in the package you sent me yesterday that I got, it looks like a killifish, but it's black and white.
It's probably a bluefin killie. I think there were one or two.
It looks like a speckled molly, but the body's different.
Okay. Yeah, it's a gambusi.
What's a gambusi?
A gambusi. It's a fish you never want to have. Yeah. But that's a male.
Yes.
It's a.
Was there a female with them?
No, no,
Okay.
and you don't want to put a female in there. The males. Some of the males get that black coloring.
Okay.
It's a rare. It's a morph.
Hmm.
Only happens with 1 in 10,000, and it's kind of pretty. It's an
It's
unusual fish.
gorgeous. I love
And
it.
he's not going to
But
bother you anything. But you don't want to get females because once you get them in your tank, they are the ultimate aggressive fish. They will
okay.
they will tear up anything they're with.
Okay. All right.
But
So I'll just stick with my little black and white one
yeah,
because he's
he's
so
fine.
purty. Does
He,
is he lonely though? I mean, like,
you'll
I
have
have
to,
it in with the
you'll have to
bluegills.
discuss that with him.
I suppose I could discuss it with him. He hasn't, you know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Mm,
I'm on the computer, but at some point when you and I need to sit down, maybe on the live stream, and I just want to show all the fish that you sent me. I need to know what they are and how to
Well,
take care of them.
I'm going to be. I'll be fully operational by the end of the week.
Great.
Um, right now, I got to get Wi-Fi in. I have not begun to unpack. So, and I've got a whole house to set up and 10 times more stuff than I have room for.
Take your
So
time. Take your
it's
time. You
gonna
don't want
be
to
a
burn
real
out
challenge.
when you
I
just
have a
get there.
bunch of guys coming tomorrow to help me unload the truck. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, thank you and Mary for tonight. It's been delightful. I've
Yeah.
thoroughly enjoyed. I haven't been able to watch it all, but I've watched most, and you've had a wonderful time,
I
and
have.
you have kept a big crowd in place.
I
So
think I am gonna, I think it's perfect that you've come on though, because I think it's time that I wasn't able to get to everybody, but
you did really well. Mm.
I and there's some questions, and when you rewatch this, there's some questions and we lost him. I was gonna say there's some questions we need to remember and address next week, but I think I am gonna sign off now, guys. I Oh, it's Sunday night, and my kids have soccer, and my son is back. So he's got theater, and so there's hey Kenny, he just popped up. But I want to be. I'd love to be able to sit and talk with you guys, but I do need to take care of the rest of my world. And yes, Bunny, I can't wait to see that picture on that tank on Instagram. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign off here, and then we will, we'll wait for to see how Father Fish's progression is for next week. Oh, he's back. I was just signing off.
I
Actually,
keep
it'd be better.
touching-
I think it'd be better if you did it.
I
What?
should never touch buttons.
Ah,
Knock myself right off.
yeah.
Well, no, you sign off. This has been your party. You've done so well. I'm just real proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm going to end the stream in a second, guys. I really appreciate all the love that's coming in through the chat. I've really enjoyed hanging out with y'all. And I really appreciate you trusting me to help host this. Mary was great. I can't wait to have you two back next week in your dynamics. It's wonderful. And rest up. It's gorgeous where you're at. Oh, you must feel so at peace there.
Yeah. You're going to see this.
Oh, it's beautiful. How gorgeous. All right. Well, have a great night, y'all. Somebody's out there looking at Bigfoot. Let me know if anything comes up, and I'll see you around the fish fam. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.